Hey cherries, it's Jessica here from A Cherry on Top, and today I am using the Beach Vibes collection to make a 12 by 12 layout. I already made one layout with this collection, and you can see that on our YouTube lives. I used a lot of mixed media, and I also used the stencil and this cream paste. So I wanted to bring over some of the elements from that layout into this side, but when I make double page layouts, I rarely make them matchy-matchy and more just complementing each other. So that's what I'm trying to do. I've had these watercolor sticks from Delusions on my desk lately, so I'm using them for some splatter. It's really nice to use for splatter because it has a lot of different colors, and all you need to do is dip one of these crayons in some water and just flick it to get some nice splatters on your page. I am now grabbing some pieces from the laser cuts, and I really love how detailed these are. I grabbed this tiki house, and then I'm trying to build some clusters here and there around the photo. Now I'm grabbing the rub-ons, and I really wanted to try to add more of the oranges. My other page had a lot of blues and oranges, so I thought this page could use some more orange too. I wasn't sure how well the rub-ons would go over the texture paste, but it worked totally fine. Just make sure your texture paste is completely dry, and then just rub it on like you would on any other surface. So I think that's a really cool technique where you can still have the texture of the texture paste but get the look of the rub-ons. Now I'm going to add some cherry foam tape to the back of my photo. I like to pop up my photos a little bit like this, and I think it just helps bring them to the front just a little bit with a small bit of dimension, and then I can put it on, and this also allows me to be able to shove things behind the photo a little bit so I can still layer around it nicely. I really love this large fence piece that was in the laser cuts. I think it makes a really nice border for this page and also helps build that scene with the tiki house a bit. I'm also popping up the tiki house using some cherry foam dots. And again, I just like to pop up things on the layout that I either think are more important or just to help create some dimension and help with the layering a bit. Here is my title. The chipboard pieces had some really great titles, like I could make a lot of pages using them. And then I'm just going back and forth, adding more layers, more rub-ons, and seeing how it looks. And sorry I keep putting my head in the shot here, but I wanted to make sure that everything was lined up. Some of my layouts I like to use a lot of mixed media and grab a bunch of different products, but then other times I just want to use things that are in the collection and maybe just a little touches of mixed media here and there. Like with these waves, I really liked the shapes and the colors, but with my coordinating page, I had a lot of texture paste, so I thought these waves would be a good place to add some texture paste. It also adds a little bit of shininess and texture. I tried to apply it really thickly and leave some clumpiness here and there. And then after this dries a little bit, I am going to use some white acrylic paint and just dab this on the tips of the waves, kind of like some white caps. And I think this added a lot to these pieces. I think just those little touches here and there are really what brings a whole page together. So I love using this technique, and I think you could do this with other embellishments too. Like if you wanted a little more mixed media on a sticker, just add some paint on it. Now I'm checking out the waves and seeing how they look, and then gluing them together and gluing them on the page. Let me know what you think of these, or if you would try this technique. and also what you think of this whole collection. I'm really loving it. I love the sand castles and the beachiness and the tropical vibes. It was so much fun to work with, and although I've already made 2 layouts, I can't wait to make so many more. Now I'm adding some white splatter on the page. I feel like white splatter just really brings everything together and also gives it that mixed media look without doing a whole lot. I just had the packaging of the collection here that I squirted some white acrylic paint out on, and then added some water so it's nice and splattery, and then just wiped off the packaging so I don't make a mess. And just like that, there's the end. You can see it next to my other page that I made, so go check out the other video, and thanks for watching.